It's murder and revenge and lies and sisters who share the same husband and a son living in the shadow of his father. Like, I'm talking to ghosts, do you know? Like, the past is with me as I go into my future.
I think we're all flawed, and
I would agree with that.
we're all capable of great love, and and Adam is the same.
You know it's coming.
Scares you, doesn't it?
Your life is shitty because it is built on the bad decisions that you have made.
Your life is a lie!
Be careful. There's still a killer out there.
Sometimes we dig. We don't like what we find.
All right, I got some questions for you.
All right.
Sibling dynamics are often challenging, as you might know, yet you both give so much depth to Nicky and Chloe's chemistry. It's beautiful how their bond evolves throughout the series, as the journey sheds some light on the darkness. Can you recall your first reactions to reading the script and wrapping your minds around the gradual changes of their relationship? Elizabeth.
I felt like this entire dynamic here was like Greek tragedy. I was imagining, it's murder and revenge and lies and sisters who share the same husband and a son living in the shadow of his father. Like, I'm talking to ghosts, do you know? Like, the past is with me as I go into my future. So I felt like, and then at the lies are what is really the harm in between the two women. And so for me, as a character, my character knows a lot. I have a lot of information when I enter this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was about doling it out, like, slowly and seamlessly, so Chloe can start to absorb it and start to give grace and start to reconnect with me. And I really liked playing with that dynamic and then learning things about her, like, oh, she's like having an affair, and there's like really fun things for me to learn as well. Just all the secrets and lies, like, they never work. You gotta be open with your siblings.
Jessica, do you have any thoughts on this?
The breadcrumbs?
No, not the breadcrumbs.
Or
The sibling dynamics.
The siblings. Well, I just remember when I first read it, I just kept getting surprised by how complicated it was. I was like, wait a minute. Like, it just kept surprising me along the way, and I felt that is just unique. You're not often surprised by the breadcrumby little things and the cliffhangers at the end of every episode. It kept my attention. The sloppier it was, the more interesting it was. The more rigid Chloe became, and the more like pressing Nicky became on her. And as everything started to unravel, that's what was interesting to me, is that it just continued to just implode, and that's the most fun to explore and to play.
I love this type of stuff, like this type of story. My wife was kind of checking in on me between episodes, and she's like, do you think you know who did it? And I was like, I am on to like 5 people right now. And I have to admit, up until the very end, like I really didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh,
and then
good.
Once all was revealed, it was, it's one of those things that I want to go back and watch it with her in its entirety over again to kind of pick up on all the little pieces.
You're not the only person who's told us they've watched it twice to see if there are Easter eggs and like, does it make sense? And we're pretty good at it. It does.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite things to do is go back and see if I could pick up on all the little things that were left for us. So, okay, I think my time is up. But before I go, Elizabeth, I would hate myself if I didn't thank you for Cocaine Bear. It is one of my favorite movies of the past several years. It brings so much joy to our entire household when we watch it. So,
oh, thank you so much. I love that you guys that you love the gore and the humor and the silliness. It's a
It
great.
is so much fun. I love that movie.
Thank you.
Not to play favorites, but Katherine is a highlight of the series for me. Every scene you're in is gold. I love how you play Katherine as this like cutting, proud, almost whispering snake-like figurehead who's several steps ahead of everyone else. How satisfying is it to play a character who's the most intelligent person in the room by her very nature?
And unapologetic about it. It's
Yeah,
great. It's
extremely.
great. It does challenge me to be as smart as Catherine and to be as manipulative as Catherine. She's 5 steps ahead of everyone, and she's playing 3D chess all the
Yes.
time, and sort of thinking of her that way was very fun. And she's so terrifically flawed. She's vindictive, she's loyal, she's manipulative, she's vulnerable. She's so there were all these terrific levels that were actually on the page when Regina Corrado and Olivia Milch wrote this character. And certainly when we first met on it, they were so excited that they thought they thought we were a good match, Katherine and Lorraine. So I think that's a compliment.
Well, it really comes
Let's
through in
say
the
it is.
performance, and I genuinely loved it. So, Corey, it's no secret that your character meets an untimely end near the start of the series. I'm curious if playing a character that's essentially a specter and only featured in flashbacks changes your approach to a role.
No, I mean, within the 4 walls of any particular scene, that is the reality, and that's the same with any job. It's really just about how it's sort of spliced up and given to the audience. But my job is exactly the same as any other. You're the act of telling telling a story through TV or film is you have these little discrete pockets of time, and you have that much time to sort of tell the story of this character, and over the course of the whole story, the audience gets the arc of the character. So yeah, no, there's nothing different about that.
Do you find yourself having to make, because Adam isn't necessarily the best person, right? Do you have to make peace with that role at the end of every day, or you do not carry that beyond the camera?
I think we're all flawed, and
I would agree with that.
and we're all capable of great love, and and Adam is the same. I am incredibly lucky to have never been in the position to do the actions that he's done, and and that I have a sense of self and a sense of self-control that he doesn't have, and I'm blessed with that. But no, I didn't have trouble judging him too harshly. I think he's trying to be a good person, and he never really loses track of that.
I really, really enjoyed the complexity that you play this character with, and it's excellent work. Thank you both so much for your time, and best of luck with the launch of the series, and I hope you have a great day.
Hi,
You
thank
too.
you.
Take care.
My first question is for Gloria and Maxwell. So you share a lot of screen time together. Did you do anything special to create that client and counselor dynamic before filming?
No, we didn't. But it kind of
It
worked
kinda
out
worked out well, didn't it? Yeah.
really well, because needless to say, they met for the first time, during the story, in the beginning of the story, and so it was easy to, as each scene got closer and closer, the characters got to know each other more, and as Michelle really got to know the inner workings of Ethan. He's so open and generous, emotionally, and his energy is so open that it became very easy. Yeah, it was really, I felt a real kind of, like, a couple of times when I do this, I put my hand on your shoulder. So yeah, that's how I felt as well as Michelle. So it was easy.
I mean, yeah, totally piggybacking off of that. Excuse me, sorry.
Got choked up. You got choked up.
Right, I did. I mean, I'm just so in awe of you as an actress and just this character that you brought. And it's like from the get-go, our first scene together, you come in and you're so strong. And it was like there was so much that you gave in the scene that I was able to just sort of, be there, which made it 1,000 times easier for me because they're pretty emotional scenes. So it was a lot of fun. And yeah, just sort of that evolution as characters and then on and off sets.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Fantastic. Gabrielle, Jake is one of the show's more complex characters and is kind of tough to read. You do a great job of making him appear innocent, but it's clear that he's hiding dark secrets. What attracted you to this role, and how many more skeletons do you think are hiding in Jake's closet?
Good question. And I am a lawyer, so I don't know if I can answer this question, but it's a really, really, really good question. I think that still waters run deep, and there's a lot to unpack there. I think we kind of, I don't want to give anything away in the story, but I think that sometimes when you're there for somebody else, you can kind of get, it's like it can be somewhat, is it slick? Is he there? What's he there for? What is their real motivation kind of thing? And I hope I'm hearing what you're saying. I hope that it left the audience with that question mark of like,
I really enjoy characters that are hard to read.
Yeah.
When I'm watching stories like this, for sure.
What did you think? May I ask? Like, did you think that what did you think was the backstory? Where did you think it was going?
Well, I'm also a lawyer, and so
Oh,
I
no.
don't know if I can say.
I'm
my
surrounded
God.
by lawyers right now. This is wow.
Fair.
I don't want to spoil anything, but needless to say, you did a fantastic job. I do have one more question left. This one is for Maxwell. So in some ways, Ethan is as much a victim of Adam's murder as he is. Did you enjoy playing a character whose protective nature is his defining characteristic? And also, did you keep the chainmail and helmet as a keepsake?
I really wanted to, and I swear I plotted for 6 months how I was gonna get that, and it's just disappeared. I'm like, oh, so I'm plotting how I'm gonna find it somehow. Yeah, I mean, Ethan is such a complicated character, and he's got so much going on just under the surface, and so kind of getting to explore that and his evolution throughout the episodes, and again, without giving too much away, just sort of how each emotion evolves and where it might pop up here and there. It was really interesting to try to figure out, like, how is this affecting him? And the way that I really found the best avenue for it was sort of through the eyes of all the people that it's affecting around him, like his mother and all these relationships that he's surrounded by, just sort of the fallout of this immense thing, not only immediately impacting him, but everyone else that he loves.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Best of luck on the launch of the show. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
As one facial hair aficionado to another, the loss of Detective Bowen's glorious mustache hit me really hard. Would you be so kind as to lead us into 2 seconds of silence for the loss of Matt's mustache?
I think this is important.
Thank you so much.
I teared up.
Yeah, I felt it. Thank you, everyone.
Was the mustache a prop, and did you keep it as a memento?
It was completely fake. I've been telling everyone it was fake, and yes, it's framed up at my home. No, not at all. No, I wish. Yeah, that mustache meant a lot to me.
Amazing.
It was real. Why are you?
It wasn't real. I made you think it was real.
It was real.
No, I'm telling you.
It was real, and I kept telling everybody it looks really real, right? Making people think it was fake.
It was a trick inside of a trick.
No, because I remember when you shaved it.
It was all special effects. You don't know what they can do.
We're here for the truth. We're here to get.
We're going to argue through this whole thing.
So Nan and Matt's good cop, bad cop dynamic is among my favorite relationship in the show. You play off of each other exceptionally well, and I'm curious how you fostered that bond between takes. Did you spend time off camera with one another to build that chemistry? Kim, would you like to start?
off camera, we did a couple of things. We were out and about. Yeah. But I think it was a testament to the casting, really. I think they, we didn't have a lot of time before shooting. We didn't socialize before shooting. We did a table read virtually in Zoom. So we like maybe met at the hair makeup test or something, but it was a testament to casting putting us together. And I think that we just jumped in.
Oh, why do I think we just clicked initially.
Yeah, I think they just
But yeah, I
put the
think
right people
casting
together.
and yeah, it was luck. I don't know, good casting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt great, and people were telling us, "Oh, you guys are great together." And I was like, "Really? Oh yeah." I feel comfortable, and
It seemed that way very much.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm not wholly familiar with Alistair Burke's universe of novels. I was trying to do a little research before this, but a part of me wishes that we could reset the clock on Nancy and Matt's partnership for like a hard-boiled spin-off. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Like a prequel?
Yeah.
With other actors?
I mean, sure.
Well, they can do whatever they want, but
Yeah.
I would be interested in exploring early on these two characters for sure.
I was
For
thinking
sure.
like a Gidry and Bowen, like True Detective style series.
Yeah, absolutely. You can
go.
take these characters anywhere.
What
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Bobby.
No, I said we're game.
Yeah, we're game.
Awesome.
We had fun together. We had fun.
Yeah.
We loved the writing. We loved our chemistry. It was great.
We pedaled together.
We paddled together. We dined.
We
We
drank.
drank.
We drank. Yeah, we
A
did.
bit on a weekend.
Yeah.
So what initially attracted you to the project? Like when it came across your desk, what was the thing that jumped out to you that made you want to do this?
The fact that my pals wrote it, Olivia, Milch, and Regina Corrado, who I'd worked with and knew from Deadwood days.
Nice.
And the character was just sort of fit me like a glove, I thought.
Yeah, for me, I didn't know anyone aside from the casting office. But when I read the material, read the role, and then I figured out who is involved, I was like, oh my God, I would love to work with these people and just this amazing writing.
Awesome. Well, good luck with the launch of the show. I'm sure people are really going to enjoy it. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
So to start, I enjoyed the show a lot. It's extremely engaging, and like the breadcrumb trail to the truth about Adam's murder and other plot lines is really fun to follow. I'm curious to hear about your approach to telling a story with such a complex timeline. Like, what's your approach to organizing present day versus flashback sequences? Do you have a system?
Yeah, I love
I
this
was gonna say,
question.
that's
Oh my
your
gosh,
question.
I absolutely love this question. So we have something called the PLN, the present linear narrative. So we, one of our wonderful ADs, we constructed a calendar on the wall of the production office.
Nice.
Where every event that took place in our PLN, our present linear narrative, was laid out in order, and then every event in the past was also laid out in order, so that because Regina and I are obsessive freaks. So we would carry a lot of it around in our mind, but it was obviously so important as you collaborate to build this out so everybody can be on the same page, particularly when the specificity of the timeline becomes so crucial. How long was it taking somebody to drive somewhere on the day that it happened, and where was everybody? And building that story and making sure there was no holes. It's so fun. It's like, it's the puzzle, and it's the puzzle that you create and solve, and it's the puzzle then that your audience is solving with you. So you want to have just such attention to detail. But yeah, I got into doing screenwriting, adapting William Faulkner's novels and short stories. So I had a lot of I had a long experience with different timelines.
Yeah, that's quite the crash course, I would say.
Yeah.
My wife is a microbiologist, and she is a spreadsheet freak, so I am totally aware of the obsessive nature.
This is kind of like math. So I have no capacity for this. This is Olivia's specialty.
That's awesome. All right, I wish I had more time with you both. But they give me the focus. I know.
That's ridiculous.
That's
all right.
all
We
right.
missed you already.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. Thank you for your kind words.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.